G'day, Johnny Canuck down under here. Instead of my usual shorts, I thought I would do a longer video just to wrap up the season, really. It's a pretty poor ending to a tumultuous season. The press conferences actually gave a lot of insight. I think I'm a bit over Petey after hearing all of the feedback on him having to train harder, etc. I know he's been going through injuries, but as an elite player, you shouldn't kind of have to be told to train hard. You should just be coming in, day out, pushing yourself to the brink to get better and pushing for a Stanley Cup. So I don't know if they traded the wrong person away. I know JT Miller was aging, but maybe they could only get deals for JT Miller that suited. So really interesting to see how it goes forward. But yeah, disappointing into the season. The wild game was crazy. That was a bit of fun. The comeback. No, it was the Stars, was it not? I think. Let me know in the comment section below. But yeah, look, the meaningless games. Suter had a really good end to the year. He's unrestricted free agent. I was really sad for Bess's potential last home game. I think the ties are cut there. We'll see. But yeah, I think his time in Vancouver is done, unfortunately. Yeah, press conferences. So yeah, I think that's kind of what gave it away for with Besser and Hughes. They looked really disheveled, and I think that kind of gave an inkling as to they're saying their goodbyes. And then Jim Rutherford comes out with an absolute bomb that if we were to require the Hughes brothers, that would make sure that Hughes could play with his brothers. That would be a blockbuster trade if that was to happen in the summer. I was always under the impression of what does Celebrini like? What can we give the Sharks to get Celebrini? So yeah, I'm playing the parade once again. No playoffs, so that's really disappointing. Um, Watching these playoffs and how electric they are, it's yeah, I really missed that buzz, and the city would have been pumping. It would have been really cool to see. But yeah, just horrid season and injuries, bad timings. Hughes was injured, Petey was injured, Demko was injured, Hronik was out for a period as well. They did solidify the blue line, which is really good to see, and they've injected some youth with D. Petey and Mancini's looking quite good. So that's some promising signs. Wielander looks like he might be going back to school. They might not be signing him and bringing him in sooner than they thought, but that's his choice. Let's see how he goes with that. But yeah, forwards are a big hole. They were mentioning they need probably three, but if they do ship Petey as well, then they're looking at potentially four in a trade, not in free agency, because that's going to be too expensive. So it's going to be a very busy off season for the Canucks. And yeah, as I mentioned, I'm kind of off Petey. If he comes back again and he's sort of not quite there and sort of has to build up again, we always keep talking, or the media keeps talking about him taking the next step, taking the next step. He's been 8 seasons in now, so he should be at his prime and just ticking along. I know he's been having injuries and he was a 100-point player, um, but sometimes it just looks like he's just not invested. And I don't know if that just, he needs a fresh start. I know the media can get on his case, and a bit of the press conference throughout the players' interviews was just a Petey bash session, and I kind of got over that as well, because that's the entire topic. So it kind of, for me, needs a reset of maybe he needs to go, and that'll be a fresh start for him in a new franchise that might not be as sort of honed in towards him as a target. And then also it might be a fresh start for Canucks media as well, because he won't be a focal point and sort of essentially a point of blame for anything that sort of doesn't let the Canucks progress. So we'll see what happens. Who knows? You could bring in Jack Hughes and Luke Hughes and it could all go well, but I'm not too sure how it's all going to pan out. And yeah, as Jim was saying, if Hughes does march because he doesn't believe in the team and he wants to play with his brothers, then that is a massive loss for this franchise. And I don't know where the Canucks go from there. I think we have, yeah, a real crucial off season here in this sort of half retool. They were more of a contender with JT Miller. They obviously had to ship him because of drama reasons, but they're now having to retool again. So it's either if Hughes marches because he doesn't believe in the team, then that's going to be a complete rebuild, and that's going to be really, really heartbreaking. So lose if we lose Bessa, if we lose Hughes and PD, I'm not too fussed about losing anymore. I know I'll probably cop some gripe on that, but look, yeah, he is driving me a bit nuts. Tockett, I'm 50-50. Like, look, he did a really decent job this season. There are some things I don't agree with, but yeah, he was riddled with injuries this season as well. He was trying to balance the lineup, bringing in players from the AHL and trying to get that incorporated. Obviously, I don't agree sometimes with his use of, say, players like Lekamaki, who looks quite good on the ice and he gets sort of limited time. Hogland ended up turning it around towards the end of the season, so yeah, he had a real struggle at the start. And Tockett, I guess, fair play to him, gave him every opportunity, and he did pull out of the slump. So who knows, Petey might do that, but who knows when that's going to happen. I don't know if Canucks fans have the patience for that anymore. So yeah, we'll see how we go. But yeah, thanks everyone for watching this season. Once again, it has been a roller coaster ride. Some very, very highs, but some ultimately abysmal lows. Another Canucks season where last year just looked like a fluke, unfortunately. But yeah, let me know in the comments section what you thought of the Canucks season. If you think DPD is going to be the next one to light it up, and if you think Petey's going to move on, if you think the Hughes brothers are going to come in, there's lots to talk about. But yeah, get involved in the chat, and I look forward to delivering some more Canucks news as it comes, hopefully with some trades that benefit this team. And yeah, July 1st is coming up quick with free agency, so yeah, very interesting to see. And as always, go Canucks go. Signing off for the season. Catch ya.